Hello and welcome to today's episode of TSARP. I'm your host, Andrew Weir, and today our special guest is Lewis.
Woohoo.
Hello. Before we get into today's episode, I was going to ask you all if you had any ideas for what we could do for our 100th episode. So, as you know, it's coming up pretty soon, and we've had a bunch of ideas. We have some things scheduled already. But we were planning on kind of doing a longer episode, kind of going over like just segments and stuff, like talking to people who have been on since the beginning and we have some special guests possibly lined up and kind of just some fun things to celebrate because 100 episodes is a lot. It's been a long time. And yeah, so we figured we could do that and it would be a lot of fun. And we do have some time. We have probably right now about a month. So, and we have a whole break coming up. And if you don't know, we're not going to be posting from, I guess, tomorrow is our last upload until next Monday, I think. Yeah. Because we're off for February break and we will not be posting. So, yeah. So if you guys have any ideas, maybe contact us however you want to on Twitter. My DMs are always open. So just figured I would put that out there. So today we're going to be talking about a history of all the Kidoyo, because for you people that have just learned about what they are, and maybe you're getting into them and excited for the ones coming up, you want a brief history, or if you've even competed in them before and don't really know when it started or kind of the history or stuff like that. So that's what we're going to be going over today. So the first ever hackathon, Lewis nor I was in it. We are not that old. It was in 2019, which actually, as of now, is pretty long ago. It's like 4 years, which just, it's weird to me because, like, that was long ago for me, and then a little less long ago for Lewis because, like, he knows.
Dang, are you calling me old?
No, I just, you know what happened, like, the year after that, and I know what happened the year after that. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did I do that right? So it's just how it's set up in the time frame from when we've competed. So it's just, for me, that's a long time ago. And for people that have no idea the history of them, then it's really long for you guys. So the first one, like I said, was in 2019 on April 12th. And it was in person, which was pretty cool. I want to say it was in Syosset. I can't confirm that though because I was not there, and it does not give a location. And Syosset won, and there was no actual theme. So we've always had themes since the one after that. So we've had Mars, we've had Vikings, we've had Samurai, we've had dragons.
Don't spoil it, Weird.
We've had so many. So there was none that year, I guess, because they were trying to just get it done and have a cool event that they didn't really think about it. But then the next year, they were probably like, hey, I got a great idea. Let's make it a theme. So that's what they did. And, I mean, it turned out great. So that was actually the junior division, which, if you don't know, there's 4 divisions now. Last year and the years before that, there were 3. So it's elementary school, which is, I believe, 3rd through 5th, or maybe just 4th and 5th, which is upper elementary. Then you have middle school, which is just 6th grade. Then you have junior, which was 7th and 8th. And then you have high school division, which is from 9th through 12th. So the first one, which I was surprised, was junior. I figured it might be high school, but it wasn't. And then that was the only one that year in 2019. After that, they just didn't do any. And then the next year, in 2020, they did 2. So they slowly incremented. And in 2020, the next one, the second hackathon ever, Kidoyo Hackathon, was 2020, February 14th. So that was like right before the pandemic. So they're lucky they got that in. And that was high school. So I guess that was the first high school division one. And yeah, it was pretty cool. The winning team I don't know if they compete anymore, but it's not really a school that you'll see in the hackathons anymore. And sadly they go by, from what I can tell, like just a team like name, so I don't really know what school they were from. But they won. It was a high school division. It was in person, and the theme was Mars. If you don't know, all the hackathons are 3 hours long, just for reference, and they're all during school. You get out of school if you're on the team. So then later, like really right before the pandemic, they had the Viking Conquest on March 6th, 2020. So that was like right before COVID happened. So again, very lucky they got that in. That was at a Syosset school, we know that, and it was a junior division, so 7th and 8th. And Syosset won that one too. So they so far have won 2. They've always been a good school, so at hackathons. And then the next boo, Lewis has lost to them before, and he's not too happy. But
I'm a bit salty.
yeah, a bit salty. So then the next year, 2021, it was online, sadly, because of COVID. They were not able to do an in-person event, but they still got it done. And Lewis, you weren't in that one, right? But that was the first year you competed, so that happened before yours, and you knew the people that competed in that one, right?
Well, hold up. So I was zoned out a bit, but didn't you just finish the Mars Conquest one?
So we just finished Viking, which was after
okay, that makes
Mars
sense.
Con.
Yeah.
So the Samurai Conquest were the 2 grades above you, right? So you got to know them, and then you were on a team with them last year. Some of them last year.
Only one of them.
Only one of them, but yeah. So I didn't know them. I knew one of the kids, but Lewis knew some of them.
Yeah.
But Manhasset won. The Manhasset Potatoes was their team name. It was 7th and 8th, and it was online March 12th, 2021. That was from what I heard. So every year they give out stickers. I heard that was a pretty cool sticker. I don't know what it looked like. I wish I had it. Because we all kind of collect the stickers. I have a bunch. Kidoyo, as you know, sent us some merch, so I got some of those. I got the one Lewis was in. I have the one I was in. And then just another one when we hosted our own hackathon, we got some stickers, so that was pretty cool. So they are fun to collect, but I heard that year's was really cool. I never got to see it. I wish I had it. I don't. Kidoyo. But I don't think they have them anymore, and I don't expect them to send me any. That was just a joke. But yeah, so then the next hackathon after that was April 9th, 2021. It was online again, sadly. And it was a high school one. The theme was Dragon's Realm. And that hackathon was actually pretty competitive, I know, because I've heard people say. And the art design for the map was really, really cool. I'll leave the link so you guys can look at all of them. But it was like probably one of the best ones, like at the time, like that they've ever had, that they had up until then, and kind of ever. They had a lot of cool, like, little, I guess you would say, zones, with cool buildings and just a really cool art style. So that was probably a fun one to compete in. Sadly, I was not in high school then, and I am not in high school now. So didn't get to see that one. But then the next hackathon was Monsters Island, and Lewis, you were in that one.
Whoa, I was?
Yeah. So that was April 30th, 2021, and it was still online, sadly. And yeah, and you won. Your team
We
Hot
won.
Dog
We were just
won.
built different. We won.
Yeah. Would you say that one was pretty difficult, or did you have it in the bag?
Other than probably Manhasset, it was easy.
Yeah. I mean, every year the difficulty changes, as you know, because you lost last year. But teams get better, especially depending on what grade it is. So the winning team fluctuates a lot. So yeah. So I mean that was the year I was in. Like the year before I competed. That was last year. No, that was 2 years ago. Yeah,
Dang.
2 years ago. So yeah, but I hear a lot about that one. And I sat down one day and watched the whole 3-hour live stream, and it was pretty boring because it was 3 hours and there wasn't a lot of action. But I know everything that happened now, so.
And that's when we first started to pray to Eric.
Oh my god. So then the next one, the hackathon after that, Lewis, you were in that. That was the Aztec Conquest. That was a
We
junior
like to
division.
talk about that one.
You
We have a
lost.
really good strategy for it, which is basically look like we're dumb.
Yeah. So it was March 11th, 2022. The first year I ever was in the hackathon, just not in that one. It was junior division, and Syosset beat you, Lewis. How could you let that happen?
Dang, yeah, that's why I have a vendetta against Syofit.
Syosset. So then the next one, these hackathons are full of action. The next one I was in, and guess what? I won.
Whoa!
It was the Pirate Upper Elementary online May 6th hackathon 2022, and wow, it was full of action. I would like to say, just because I was in it, I have a lot of info on it. If you want us to go like in depth one day, just all about like what happened in that hackathon, we won't do it in this one because it'll get too long. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I claimed the most territories on my team. I got 3. So I got a total of 9 points for us because those were all worth 3. Lewis, I did better, even though you weren't in that one. Um, but yeah, that was a really cool hackathon. I mean, every time I hear a sea shanty now, because it was Python theme, I just think of it, and
It
it's
was
funny.
themed?
Huh? It was pirate themed.
You said it was Python themed.
Pirate with an R.
Yo ho, a Python life for me.
Oh, not that song. We'll talk about that another day. So, and then the final hackathon that's happened so far, the Polynesian Conquest. Hard name to say.
Peloponnesian.
Yep, sure. That's it. Didn't say it wrong. I was definitely correct. Um, hard name to say, but May 20th last year, 2022. It was online again. So we haven't had in-person one since really the beginning, since May 2020. 20, yeah. But we haven't had an in-person one. So, but this year, I would like to announce they are going to be in person, which I don't know what that means, if they're going to have a live stream or not. If there was a live stream, you'll definitely know about it. You'll definitely get the link, everyone, we'll post it in the description. Sadly, because it's not online, I don't know if they're going to be doing it. We'll definitely be telling you as we get more info. But yeah, so in the latest hackathon, it was May 20th. It was online. It was a high school one, and the Blue Screens of Death one, which was East-South Manor. Yeah. Hotbog didn't do too well.
Yeah, we
that
got
was pretty
8
sad.
tomorrow.
Yeah, I was watching that one.
It was depressing.
Yeah, and what was interesting is they had an auto gate like in the beginning that everyone had to do. They had one in the junior, but they didn't have one in mine, so I've never got to experience that.
Yeah, we never experienced it either, Weir.
No, you have because you've done it.
We've never experienced it because our strategy was to not do it.
Oh, you're right. You're right. You've technically never done one.
The auto gate.
Yeah, actually, I shouldn't say that. In the Code Clash, we had one.
Well, we had one, but we haven't done one in official.
That wasn't a real one. Yeah, not an official one. But what was weird is mine, the pirate one, was right after Lewis's, and right before the high school one. Lewis's, and in the high school, but not in mine. So I never got to experience it. Lewis didn't get to experience it because they decided, hey, we're just not gonna do it. So yeah. So sadly, I can't tell you what that was like. But I hope you enjoyed this 9 hackathon long episode. We will be keeping you updated with all the latest info about the new hackathons happening in the future. With the dates and everything. You can go on the website, check them out now, or we'll definitely update you as it gets closer if any date changes happen. We have gone over those in the past, so that's why I'm not doing it now. But yeah, so if we got a link to the live stream as it gets closer, we'll definitely share it with you. And we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
See ya.